Good morning, welcome back. You know where you are, so no need to introduce myself. This is going to be, as the title describes, or whatever, I don't know what I'm going to call this one, mixed bag maybe. Same Shameless Self Promotion, first part, show bag, second part, noon collection, third part. Third part is going to be black metal mostly. On the turntable, Culture Abuse, Daydream, Poppy, Californian, just good record. A lot of sunshine in this one. But yeah, this will be, don't be surprised if this will pop up in the top 10 end of the year records. I have been slowly working on the list. I think the most fair is like last year. Which records are in the collection? Tape, vinyl, whatever you want to call it, and which have I listened to most, digital. That will be the favorite top 10. So don't be surprised if this is in here. This is on the record player because they played a show last night. Let's do the self-promotion part first. Cocaine Piss. Well, let's start with Hypertension Records, not Fireblood. Fireblood will be in the tape delay, which is coming, I promise, but I'm just waiting on 2 or 3 tapes that will complete that package or that video. So Hypertension re-released the pool for Cocaine Piss. They have been shipping out and everybody should have their copy. This was the EP done on tape by, I forget the label. So there was a limited 50 only tape release, then we started talking to them and we re-released the EP on vinyl. That was on black and on clear yellow, yes, etched vinyl, and now it is, because a lot of people were looking for it and it was fetching high prices on Discogs. It is re-released on 3 colors. It's a one-sided etched yeah, LP on 3 colors, clear, yellow and orange, and there is, the only thing that is really new except for the colors is the reworked inner, or the lyric sheet, which has a photo collage for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. So yeah, if you missed out on the first edition of this one, this is now back in stock and shipping. So do I need to show all the colors? I'll show one more. You know what orange is? It's clear orange and clear yellow. So this is the orange, which will show up more yellow, I guess. But the etching really works. It works nice. It works nice on the black, but I think it's cool looking on the transparent editions. So yeah, this is the first release we did, a re-release of an earlier one. This is Hype 23 in 3 versions, and then the release we did a pre-order for, which is now shipping. Everybody should have theirs. Maybe some foreign, like Germany and England, maybe are still waiting for it, but we released Raw Peace that came out Friday, 26th of October. The same day I was my 20-year anniversary with my girl, so it was a special day. Cheers, Kimmy. She'll never see this, thank God. Raw Peace, total death. 2 versions of this vinyl, limited to 300 in total, 100 on red color, solid red color, blood red, and then the rest is black. This is the front cover and the back cover. Just a single jacket, and this is the, I talked about the demo tape some time ago, which kind of has the same color schemes in here somewhere. It has the same color schemes, same designer did the artwork for it. This is the limited, or more limited edition. The pre-order color version came with some extras. This is just the standard lyric sheet. Comes with a download code, of course, if you want to listen on the way. Promo poster. The sonic equivalent of a rabid pit bull on a rusty chain and echoing dirty back alley. Raw Peace is a punk hardcore band with members from Blind to Fate, Reproach, Imaginary Dictionary, Hammocks, so there's a lot of pedigree in this release. This is their more like a rabbit pit bull. It's hyperbole, but it kind of fits because it has sparking vocals, really echoing. There's some echoing going on in the music, so it kind of blends in a bit more than on the tape, but overall, really good record in my opinion. That's why we released it. This is the sticker they did for the release, and then because they're a punk hardcore band, there is a raw piece pin in there. Now for the vinyl, there is, like I said, a solid red that kind of matches the color on the sleeve, and then of course there is a black version, but let's assume you know what black looks like, unless I can get it out in an orderly fashion. This can go back in. So yeah, these are all in the store and are shipping, so everybody who kind of hates pre-orders or doesn't want to wait for records to come around, this is shipping. So I'll link everything in the description. Here's the black one, just again for the center labels, which I really like too. So yeah, raw piece, total deaths. If you are living in Belgium or surrounding countries, beware, because they are coming and they're playing quite a lot of shows. They're the embodiment of DIY culture in Belgium, I think. All of their bands kind of do some solid work, so yeah, expect them to come hard. Then, show bag, still not sure what to call these. I went for Gouge Away and Culture Abuse. I also want to see Will Haven and Abhinanda, but I couldn't stay due to family shit. The daughter was under the weather, so I decided to come home. The gap was also a bit long. These two bands played first, and then the two second, Will Haven and Abhinanda played last, so it was a long day to stay there and not see anything in the middle. I saw Toxic Shock. They were incredible. I haven't seen them too much, I think maybe 2 or 3 times, but they keep getting better and better. And they played a small club, so that was a cool show. Gouge Away, they played their last show of the tour, the European tour. So they went back home and they just sold out everything. Every shirt was €5. Culture Abuse was selling everything. So I stocked a bit because I sold a lot of t-shirts and I'm going to sell more t-shirts, so I had to get some new stuff. Got the tote, kind of the alternative to the artwork of the record. Gouge Away female fronted, let's call it what it is. Really good band. Some harder, harsher vocals on the hardcore portion, or the faster versions of the songs, or the, not versions, but the faster songs. There are some dirtier songs. I talked about the record last time, so let's not get into that again. Picked up a weird shirt. That's all they had left, but for €5. I picked a medium, and Dries, my buddy, got the large, but we just switched because, I don't know, tired of mediums. Which is weird because I sold all the large shirts. Not sure what it is actually. Time will beg for you, but I'm not sure what the... I can't make anything of the artwork. What I can't make anything of is these. These are the Culture Abuse shirts. 5 pop. Can't go wrong with that. Just a wavy logo. It kind of reminds me of the Svart Blood logo. It also has that wavery. Yeah. And then the cool shirt they had was the Ramones ripoff with the smileys going over it. Kind of a big shirt, but you know, whatever. Maybe I should have get medium. Okay, so to complete the show bag portion, because I didn't go balls out, I got 2 records from a previous order I did with Hypertension folks, and then gave me a record. Let's start with that one. It's called Radio Station Infiltration, and it's from Circle, a Belgian hardcore band. I would love to say early 2000s. Well, this is 2016, so I'm really off my game. I don't know too much. It is a shame I don't know too much, because this is one of my friend's bands, but this is the kind of hardcore I wasn't into hardcore at that time, or I don't know, 2016 is 2 years ago, so maybe this is a re-release. Kind of blanking on it. This is on Funtime Records. What I really love is the light to dark printing they did on this one. I'm not sure how they did that, but it looks really cool. Back has the same kind of spider webby, and this is the more limited version. which is the white version. Comes with a sturdy insert. So this has to be their latest or their last record because they are now a defunct band for all intents and purposes. Nice white vinyl with the spider web going through it. Yeah, positive PMA hardcore Belgian band. Like I said, I have no clue. This was a line of hardcore I wasn't into, so I'll check it out and maybe it's good. Let me know if I know. Peace, thank you for the records. The record is the record. Then, what we ordered together is the new Candy. Candy Gonna Die was the previous one. This is Good to Feel, a continuation of their EP, which was called Candy Says. I think Candy Says. I showed it some time ago. This is the continuation, artwork-wise and sound-wise. I think it's just a bulkier sound worked out. Candy sound, heavy hardcore, but album of the year hardcore-wise, maybe this or Mind Force. It has to be, I mean, real hardcore, like Culture Abuse or Gouchware are considered no-core. I think that's weird. I've heard people talk about or refer to it that way. This is pure hardcore on Triple B Records. So remember the EP was, it's over there, it was a guy eating a girl out in front of a dumpster. Now, this is the dumpster, here's the guy or the girl, I'm not sure, so they zoomed out and now this is the artwork. They have this weird aesthetic, I mean the cover and it doesn't fit the songs, I don't know, maybe it does, but if you look at the shirt artwork and then everything they do, the visuals they do, they kind of have this rave culture, that weird BMW early 80s kind of car shit, so I'm not sure what the aesthetic is they are going for. Maybe there is no aesthetic, but they have some of the most interesting / ugly long sleeves in the history of long sleeves. Anyway, Triple B Records, like I said, this is the second most limited variant, and this is a clear white, beige, orange splatter running through it. So yeah, if you're into heavy hardcore but with some turns and some hooks, yeah, check out Candy. I adored their EP, so we just immediately jumped on the full length. Dries actually has the one with the blob. He tried to get those limited editions, but he had the last one in cards and then picked me this one. Which is, what is weird is that it has a line. I think it's maybe a fault in the pressing because it's not a scratch, but it has a line going through the entire record. So yeah. Yeah, Good to Feel, Candy. Nothing more to say. Just good hardcore. Then, into the black metal portion, this is new in collection. I have to thank Maarten for picking these records up for me at the One Tail One Head show, together with Sargeist and who else was playing? I don't know. It was one of those shows I wanted to go, but we had a date night with Coke and Piss. So business before pleasure, I think, but it was also fun. He picked up the two new releases from One Tail One Head. They're the Possessions, of course. They did the re-release of the two EPs. I think it's untitled EPs. I don't know. Red was sold out. This is the 180 gram black vinyl edition of those two 7-inches combined into a 12-inch. Love this artwork. Love the logo. Just simple red logo on the black. This was actually the front of one of the 7-inches. I think the other one was the same but white. Comes with this band picture. These recordings are dedicated to the everlasting memory of Steinjim Porcelain, one of their fallen comrades, I guess. Now, he got the black one for me, but I kind of like how these center labels work together with the black one. The Nidaros, what's it? Nidrosiensis Cathedra Ninega. So yeah, the black cathedral. Really love how this came out, and the EPs were constantly in the want list, or should I pull the trigger, yes or no, but 30, they go for around 30, I think maybe now is a little bit less, but 30 for a 7-inch. If you want them both, it's 60. I'm glad I waited for the record. It is good. It is not top tier black metal or not even top tier literature, but it has this rock and roll quality to the songs that I really dig. The Splendor of the Trident Tiger is actually one of their, in my opinion, one of their better songs because it has a great hook. It's kind of, it has a poppy element. It's not pop music, but it has that catchiness to some of the songs. So definitely great to have this one in the collection. Then the full length and their swan song. It's called Worlds Open, Worlds Collide. This is the Amber 180 gram vinyl, so it is the more limited version. Yeah, new records, their first full length, I should say. We had the 2 EPs that are now on 12-inch. We had the Firebirds. Was it Firebird? Yeah, Firebirds 12-inch that came out, I think, last year somewhere, which was the prelude to the full length, and now here is the full length. A continuation of the sounds. There is nothing really changed. It is good. It has that kind of Motorhead feel, but not as driving. No one is Motorhead, but you know what I'm talking about. That driving, powerful sound within the workings of this black metal band. So yeah, not sure what the front cover is supposed to be. I think something with planets, worlds open, worlds collide. 2 worlds colliding, maybe a dark and a light world, or an evil and a good world. Duality is the name of the game, I think. Also comes with this printed inner with the lyrics on here. And some of these titles are An Utter Lack of Meaning, Hit Hero Unbeknownst, Suddenly Revealed is one of the tracks. Summon Surreal Surrender, Certainly Not is an instrumental, so yeah. Weird. Is there something you need to know? No. Like I said, the Amber Smoke, really nice. The distribution is now done by Van Records, this one too, so this kind of reminds me of what Van does with their lavish editions, so nice, a nice edition of this record, which also fits the gold aesthetic with the blood red, brownish tint of the record. So, cool package. Yeah, I think I still prefer the EP and maybe prefer just the track I just mentioned, but yeah, it's one I want to have. Kind of sad to see them go. I don't know, man. Maybe they had something more in their up their sleeves, I should say, not in their sleeves. Then a absolute fucking masterpiece is re-released finally. This is, I talked about it I think 2 videos ago that that they should re-release this one because this was going for 150 and more. People are going insane on Discogs. I can't wait for this shit to crumble down so I can snatch up every record that nobody wants anymore. So yeah, Evil Manifestations Against Mankind, the first as a list of SAP, Svartadautus, Ancient Records. I keep mentioning this shit. Next video probably there will be another Ancient Records. Yeah, That Worship, Anti-Life, Anti-You, Anti-Everything, No Compromises, Complete Hatred upon all. So it is not culture abuse style music. The cover kind of gives it away, right? So yeah, a re-release. I don't know if the original was a gatefold. Maybe it is. Like I said, I never seen one. Black with some cool center labels. There's a devil on here. Yeah, one of the more powerful or straightforward bands in the Svartadautus or in the Ancient Records roster. I like it very much. This with this I have the complete trilogy. Now with the new EP we have 4 records by him or by this project, but I mean trilogy of full lengths. And Black and White trilogy full lengths, there are 3 in my opinion that are definitely worth it. Dark Throne, Black Sleece, and now we have As a List of Saf. Should I rotate the records? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I hope this doesn't cut out. Let's see how many time we have. Sorry for the professionalism, but it is Sunday. So. Last 3 records for this one is the skill update. My buddy from Denmark hooked me up once again. Yeah, let's do them in a order I can wrap my head around. I just have a running order with him. I think we started talking about a year ago, maybe a little longer. Around the time, or right after Carved Cross, Blood Tyrant, that period, right after he released those. I kind of consider him a friend by now. We just speak through Messenger. It is weird to call, once again, weird to call someone a friend, but if a conversation goes beyond records, you know, kind of means something, I think. He sent me this one. I knew it, I kind of knew it came out, or I didn't, you know, it was in the mix. This is kind of a, I don't know what you call it, friends, secret release? There are a lot of secret releases in black metal. This is one of them. I'm not going to go into it. I miss a lot of secret releases. You probably do too. That's why they are called secret releases. This is Funeral Altar with Untitled, and this is skill 24, so it's in the regular run. But yeah, a little bit obscurer than the rest, which is saying a lot because they're all fucking obscure. This is limited to 50, and the first 10 came with red paper because he ran out of white paper. That's kind of it. The back, like I said, this is limited to 50. There you go, silver marker 5. And what this is the 2 demo tapes from Tour de Garde, 2016, 17, not sure. The first one was demo 1, and then Black Mark of the Lost Path. Those 2 tapes are combined on this record into one 12-inch. It opens on the wrong side, which is a cool aesthetic choice, I think. It's just glued on, and the record is a black 12-inch with some white center labels. I don't think Mr. L can sit or keeps busy with hand drawing on every center label like Temple Tones. Yeah, like I said, this is a release because Funeral Altar is a band a lot of people go crazy for. But so this is one of their more obscure releases. The only reason I have this is because, you know, I talked to the guy and I like the guy. And I guess he likes me. Friends! So yeah, Funeral Altar, Untitled. Really glad to have this one because I don't have the tape. I don't have everything because it is a lot in the discography and there's kind of similar stuff going through it. But it's cool to have these 2 tapes on a 12-inch. Then Eisenheimen from Evil Feast. This is the latest release by Skill. A straightforward 12-inch with the fold-outs, the covers that he always does, screen printed really nicely. This one too. It doesn't have that smell like the previous ones or the earlier ones. This is number 25 in the discography, and this is together with Amok Fati, which is up to 83 by now. These are tracks that were previously on splits. Let's see. It's not on here from what splits, but yeah, he had a lot of splits, and this record combines the songs that were on those splits. It contains Dawn of Winter, Eisenheimen, My Journey into Cold Infinity, and then The Ancient Order, which is a bonus track, maybe unreleased, I'm not sure. I know a few Evil Feast records well, and I don't know a lot about it. So the splits are almost impossible to find, so this is a cool combination of that. Cool picture on the back, snowy cover, but nothing on the inside, as per usual. This one has center labels. The man himself, great Evil Feast spirits. I don't know what his calling name, or is it something with Rim or whatever. So yeah, Evil Feast, the latest one in the lineup. Like I said, nice to have these compilations so I don't have to shill out, I don't know, 70 bucks for a 10-inch Evil Feast. And then one I was waiting for, because this was communicated in 2017, that this would be out together with the Valgisse Verlorene and Stollery of Wisdom, I think. It is here. I kept the card. It says to be released in 2017. Old Tower, Spectral Horizons on Tour de Garde. then Remembrance of the Lone Enclave, which is this one on skill, and then Val Gissede geworden. So it got a bit sidetracked, but it's worth the wait. Old Tower, Remembrance of the Lone Enclave. This is a compilation of all the old demos, or one demo, no, compilation of demos, I think. But there was a tape version of this one, that's why I'm freaking out. It's on skill. This is number 14, so this was going to come out a long time ago. And it has the To the Guard logo. Nice screen printed cover. Yeah. There are 4 tracks on here. Book of Ages, Keepers of the Ancient Flame, The Door, and From the Dark Outlands. And there are the lyrics also there. Now, this one has a insert, or a printed inside, and it comes with a text from the Spectre himself, detailing or talking about the very first starts into this kind of music, the way a Spectre spoke to him during his walks and came over him, and this kind of music poured out. Now this is these are really the first steps into this kind of sound. I like the later, more fleshed out songs or pieces more than this one. This is really basic dungeon synth. There is no frills on here, but a nice variation of sounds. So it's not just straight up always the same. There are some variations, but I like a gong or a drum beat or whatever in my in these records. So yeah, this, however, is a very nice compilation, or a very nice edition of that demo. Because the tape was re-released too, but I think the original is kind of fetching some money. So yeah, really love this picture of Spectre. But yeah, skill updates, can't wait. The next 2 are already announced on the digital flyer, so that will be imminent, I guess. That's it. We're out of shit to show. Like I said, I will put everything in the descriptions down there, or down there. Yeah, check out Raw Piece. You know Cocaine Piss because I talk a lot about them, but you don't know Raw Piece, so check that out. Some D-beat, crazy shit. Yeah, thanks for watching. Tape delay will be, I'll probably record it midweek, and then it will go up by the week if I get my hands on the tapes, because I think one package might be lost. Nightmares, nerdy nightmares. Guys.